Hello once again, everybody. It's Ben
and Brett,
and it's time for Tech Tips. All right, everybody. We are in December. It is time once again to start turning on your heaters. So when you turn on your heater, how do you know what type of heater you actually have? It's important to know. We're going to be talking about a little bit about why. What are the two types of heaters you can have? Actually, three types.
Well, technically, yeah, three. But your most common systems that you'll find, especially in our area, is going to be heat pump. It's going to be gas furnace, or it's going to be all electric. And there is differences between the all electric and heat pump, but primarily, they do both run on electricity.
Sure. So there's also one that we're not really going to touch on much, which is a geothermal.
Sure.
If you have a geothermal, that's a little bit different animal than what we're going to really be covering in this video. But we do want to talk to you about the difference between a heat pump and a gas system. So here we go. We're about to jump to a system and show you what we got.
Okay, folks, most of you guys know what this is. And of course, this is a AC condenser. And in this application, this is a straight AC tied to a gas furnace. Now, one quick way, if you are uncertain of what you've got at your house, when you go to turn your heat on and your system is running outside and you can feel the cold air coming off the top of this, that is a sign that you've got a heat pump, because you will be using refrigerant in a heat pump. So in this application, because it's a straight AC, you should not see this thing running in the wintertime because of a gas furnace. And if you still are uncertain, one definite way to know is that if you do not have gas supplied to your house, there's probably a good chance you don't have a gas furnace, and you probably have a heat pump or an all-electric setup. And following up with what we were talking about outside, this is a gas furnace set to an evaporator that's tied to the outside condenser. You've got gas lines on your input lines here coming in. It's your fuel source. You've got an exhaust vent that is out here and goes up and out the roof. And then, of course, you've got the case evaporator that is separate from your gas furnace. And, they're not always going to be like this in the attic. Sometimes they'll be in a closet. Sometimes they'll be under the house. Sometimes they may be a package unit. But this is a real quick and easy way that you can tell what kind of system you have, is when you see the exhaust vent, the gas pipe, and the two components here that make up 2/3 of the system.
Okay, so just a quick recap. If we have a heat pump, it means we've got what?
You've got a outside unit. Your condenser is going to be running pretty much all year long. And you're using refrigerant actually as a heat source, and it's a lot more efficient than just a standard straight electric heater. It's never going to be quite like a gas heat, but it is a fairly efficient system to run in the wintertime.
Okay, so if I have gas heat, I know that because...
You know that because you will obviously have a gas furnace, okay. But if you have gas tied to your house, there's most cases that you're going to have a gas furnace. The advantage of the gas furnace, is that it's as long as you have fuel, it's going to heat, and it's going to be a good hot heat. But with prices going up, it never hurts to just know what you have, just to be prepared for what you might see whenever it comes to your bills this winter.
So that's it for Tech Tips this week. You can always catch us on Facebook and Instagram. You can also catch us on YouTube. Make sure to check out our other videos for some information you might have. Also, if you have questions, things that you always wanted to know about your system, give us a call, give us a message, comment on Facebook, comment on YouTube. Let us know some of the questions you have, and we're going to be addressing those questions on some of our future videos. So other than that, we'll catch you next time.
Till then.